Showtime with Coop
is brought to you by Prize Picks and the Game Time app.
Welcome to another edition of Showtime with Coop. Insightful BS with my Laker teammates and NBA legends around the league. And obviously, who's always with me is my co-host, Nick. And you know what? We're going to do something different today, Nick. We're not going to cover a lot of things. We're going to cover one thing, and that's the All-Star game or the All-Star weekend that we just saw. I want to get your thoughts and see how you feel about it.
Coop.
Well, before you go into the whole thing, let's go with the Rising Stars, Saturday night, the slam dunk contest, and then we'll go.
Okay, well, I mean, I enjoyed the I really enjoyed the hang on a minute, Coop. Okay. I really enjoyed the slam dunk contest. That was probably a throwback. It was great. Back to the old days. Kind of only you don't even have an NBA player, you have a G leaguer that's doing it. And then the NBA players on the sidelines are piggybacking, saying we're going to be in it next year. Well, we've heard that nonsense before. But All-Star Saturday was kind of the consolation, I think, for a horrendous Sunday. I mean, I don't really have much to say about the Rising Stars and even the three-point contest, Coop. The dunk contest, I think, held expectations. I think McClure is just – they owe him. They should be paying him big money for big money. McClure.
The young ones that's getting ready to take over in 3, 4, 5 years. I think some of those players are going to be some pretty good players. So I enjoyed that. The three-point contest, I enjoyed. I thought that was pretty good.
Who won?
Hero won by default. I mean, you should have to shoot your way into that or as a winner. But again, it is what it is. I thought the slam dunk contest, I thought that was interesting and good. The young man, McClure, I don't like the fact that he always has somebody holding the ball, because if you watch him go up and jump, he jumps and he actually grabs the ball and pushes off of them.
I know he
gets
does.
him up higher. All his dunks consist of that, and I didn't like that because I mean he comes up with some great dunks, and the young man can jump, but do it by yourself. Go up there, bounce it, throw it high, let it bounce. But he always has somebody holding the ball from him.
And he uses He uses their shoulders a lot too. If you notice, he'll push off their shoulders.
When he grabs the ball, he's pushing off of them.
Pushing off.
I thought the Blake Griffin did the car deal first, but this kid took it to another level with that jumping over the car and reverse dunk. I thought that was pretty clever.
He could have gotten hurt, Coop.
Should he have won?
McClure?
Yeah.
He did win.
Should he have?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Who was better?
I thought what's the young man from the Spurs? The rookie kid, the young I forget, the name slips me now. That kid did some great dunks, man. That behind the back and dunking with your left hand.
Yeah, I saw they highlighted that.
That there should have gotten 50. So shame on them judges that's sitting over there giving out them bad scores. But again, McClure, okay, we'll give it to him.
Dude, they should be paying
him next year, if he's in it, I don't want to see somebody holding the ball all the time. You go up there, jump up there and dunk it or do whatever you're going to do. But every one of his dunks, somebody's holding the ball. And the two-hand dunk, I discount that because the ball's already up there. So that was more like a tip dunk. And he dunks the right one, and then he tips dunk now. That, do like Larry Nance. Larry Nance went up there, man, and damn, and he dunked it with both hands. That's two-ball dunking. So I thought there was a lot of discrepancies in the slam dunk contest, but it was very entertaining. That's where the league is now. And then moving forward and going on to the actual game, Nick, I thought it was interesting. I liked the way they did that. No, there was no defense, but at least you got to see it for 3 or 4 games. 3 games. You know what? The league is progressing. The league is forming into a whole nother league. The entertainment was great. I thought
I'm a typical white boy. Like, I'm going to sit here and go, that entertainment was bizarro. I know I sound like an old white boy, but it was bizarre.
Yeah, you do, Nick. You do.
And Coop, when you're going to stop the gameplay 17 times you could at least have one performer that's kind of mainstream, I think. I don't know. I mean,
Well, E40 was, and Too Short. Blow the
E40.
whistle. Blow the whistle. That was,
Coop,
yeah.
there was nobody in the arena.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
I know what you're trying to do here, and you're trying to be positive, and I appreciate that, especially being a legend. I appreciate it.
no, Nick. Listen. I'll call a foul when it's a foul.
You
But
usually
I
do.
thought under the circumstances and the way the league is going now, the league's about entertainment on another level. It's not entertaining the fans. It's entertaining TV people at home watching TV that don't come to.
No. I disagree. It's entertaining kids on their phones swiping
Yeah. Okay. There
7-second
you
clips.
go.
And Coop, that's part of the fucking problem.
Yeah. That's true.
You know what I mean? I mean, like you're not going to pay your bills. Like no sponsors can go into those swipes. That the kids watch. I can't wait to see that ratings disaster.
And
Let's
that's where it's
start.
geared toward. It's geared
I
toward them
know.
kids on their phone. That you make a great point there. That is
Here's
good.
the problem in my mind, Coop. The NBA doesn't know who they're marketing to anymore. They've gotten confused. Is it the young kids? Is it the people my age? Is it the people your age, which is a lot older than me? You didn't even get pissed about that. Anyway.
Well, no, I'm trying to let you get your point across because that wasn't
No,
too
I mean,
hot, but it's okay.
yeah, I don't think that they know who they're marketing to. If you look at last night, it felt to me, do you remember you got to remember in like the late 80s, early 90s, they would have the All-Star game, but then on All-Star Friday, they'd have the Nickelodeon version of the All-Star game.
Yep.
And that was kind of like the kids. I think you were on that once. I
Yeah.
think I remember you on
Yep.
that. But anyway, that's what it reminded me of because they'd start and stop. What was the whole, I mean, TNT deserves their flowers. Ernie and all them, they deserve their love and respect, but they stopped the game for like 25 minutes to do this weird fishing presentation. Everything about it was weird. And let's start here, Coop. Your boy, he did a bait and switch on NBA fans that was of epic proportions, and he screwed over, as usual, a younger person who could have been an all-star for that game. Don't tell me that guy knew he wasn't playing. Let's start with him. I'm not even
Oh,
saying his name. LeBron.
yeah.
Coop. He didn't show up. Imagine
Well, he was
your,
there. He was sitting behind the All-Star bench.
yeah. He showed up an hour before tip off. He did not show up for All Star Friday or Saturday. Imagine watching Nick and Jordan dunking without the reaction of Magic and everybody on the Isaiah and all the guys on the side. The head of the NBA didn't show. He was too good. Then he shows up an hour before tip off, takes a roster spot, doesn't even put on a fucking uniform. Dude, that looks like such a lack of commitment to the NBA's trying to kind of re-emerge as a ratings force when your pro guy doesn't even show. I mean, and then he shows up and does a cameo. Who are you, man? Who are you? Retire. It's time to retire. You're half-assing it.
All right. You get it all out, Nick?
No, but I'll stop there. I got to save
No,
some
keep
for
on
my
going. I
show
like it
after. I got
because
to save
you
some
know
for my
what?
show, Coop.
I saw LeBron there. I mean, I don't have any problem with him.
Prize Picks, the best place to get real money sports action. They've got over 10 million members and billions of dollars in award winnings. Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. It's simple. You just pick more or less and at least two players for a shot to win up 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks. All-Star Weekend is almost here, and Prize Picks is the best place to win cash while watching your favorite players during the game and the Saturday night events like the three-point contest. Prize Picks also offers weekly promotions. I love this one, Taco Tuesday. I just like to say it, Taco Tuesday. It could lead to big payouts, like Taco Tuesday. Each Tuesday, Prize Picks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value for your lineups. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, download that app today. Use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Yeah, well, and I'm with you on that, the TNT thing. That could have been done at the end of everything, and that's kind of like end the show. But to stop it and do that in the middle, I love Kevin Hart, so I thought he was funny.
I do too. He was funny,
Yeah,
but it was just weird.
yeah. So
And the players, Coop, the players looked like they were so the NBA is usually so good at organizing this shit. And the players looked like they had no clue that was going to happen. They were literally stretching on the sidelines because it was like a 20-minute stop in action,
yeah,
25-minute stop in action. Then they're supposed to go out cold with no warm up. It just was not. And then did you hear Draymond?
no.
I'll play it. So anyway, you heard there, Coop, Draymond saying the NBA is out of a 1 to 10 in the All-Star game is a 0. It was embarrassing. And basically, I think you'll agree to this one. And it's funny Draymond is saying it because he's one of the guys that contributed to this era making a fool out of the All-Star game. But he said getting to the All-Star game is a player's dream, right? It's their aspiration since becoming a player. And you're going to throw, you know, rising stars on that court and WNBA, all these different NBA, non-NBA entities onto an all-star court and say that they earned it to be there. It's not diminishing the players who did earn it. I mean, there's a point there where I agree with him. I mean, he flat out said, this sucks. This ain't basketball. Right on TV. I mean, he's going to get.
Well, I look at it like this: the NBA is evolving, and it is turning into a global affair. Back in the 80s and 90s, it was pretty much America's game with a sprinkle of European players coming here. But now the NBA is totally global, so they have to appease to everybody. And I thought Golden State, the people of the Warriors, did a very good job of presenting that. It's a different league now, Nick. It's not like it used to be. And I think we have to get used to that. Like I said, as an old school player, I'm gonna call it when when it doesn't look good. Then I'm gonna call it out. But you have to understand that this league is growing, it's getting bigger, it's getting different, it's getting better, and this is how the league wants to present itself. I thought the Warriors, Golden State, put on a good show up there. I thought the entertainment was good. Some of it was not so good, but overall, it's the hip hop generation, and it's the new kids that are coming up, and that's what they're listening to. And I agree with you, Nick. Yeah, the league is catering to them kids on their phones. Those are the ones they're reaching out to, but they're also catering to the brand overseas, to people
Yeah.
overseas. And,
Maybe they do need to go Euro versus America and let America get their ass kicked for a year or two and embarrass themselves on national television. And then maybe they'll come back and start teaching fundamentals to young players again. Start
and
teaching.
I agree with that. And I think that keeps you back in the realm of making it like Draymond Green. It's an honor to be considered an
Yeah.
all-star. And now you should play all-star basketball. And I do agree. Bring different countries over here, the different Olympic teams to play against our all-stars. I think that would be a good innovation, creation, new thing that could happen. All-stars from different countries that come over here. But you know
They kick
what?
our ass, Coop.
Well, if they do, then that'll make us play a little bit harder, and then that'll make them get them all-stars that play defense and not just
Yeah.
everybody that's about offense. So, but you know what, Nick? Overall, it on a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it a 7.
Oh my God.
What are you
I mean,
giving it?
I'm giving it a 3, maybe a 2. Coop. Let's put it this way. I think I'm actually not. I'm more of an NBA fanatic, but let's call me last night the average consumer. So I'm clicking back and forth between things, right? So I was boycotting it. And really, I'll be honest with you, the only reason why I tuned in as much as or made the effort to tune in as much as I did was because of this show today. I started with Saturday Night Live's 50-year anniversary. Coop. Every Saturday Night Live commercial, I would flip over to Turner, and I'd probably catch, momentum there and maybe stay and watch more of the earlier nonsense. Dude, it took me 90 minutes of the SNL special on commercial breaks to flip to Turner and find Turner not on a commercial break. You think about what I just said. There was so many commercials, Coop, and the commercials, I'm sorry, man, they're becoming a bit too
That's the money,
controversial.
Nick. That's the
You know,
money. That's where all the
they're
money is at.
alienating their own consumers. Like they're so Why is everybody so mad? If you're like me, life gets busy, but eating well shouldn't have to be so complicated. That's why I love Factor. These chef-made meals are dietitian approved, and they make it so easy to stay on track no matter what's on my schedule. They arrive fresh, they're never frozen, and they are fully prepared. Just heat, eat, and enjoy in 2 minutes. And the taste, honestly, I was blown away. The flavors are amazing, and with 40 meal options across 8 dietary preferences, there's always something new to try. My go-to is the Protein Plus meals, but if you're into keto, calorie smart, or vegan, Factor's got you covered. And if you're looking to lose weight, a clinical trial found that keto Factor meals can help you shed up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks. They even have smoothies, breakfasts, and snacks to keep you fueled all day long. So if you're ready to eat smart and save time, get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. So if you're ready to eat smart and save time, get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. Just go to factormeals.com/boomertakes50off and use the code BOOMERTAKES50off. Trust me, this is one decision you won't regret taking from a boomer. Like, why are these the WNBA players, why are they doing commercials where they're furious? Like, who are you trying to say is holding you back now? You all have this, you're all playing basketball, pro basketball. You're watching that league. You came in when it was pioneer shit, winning championships, when they were making 30 grand a year. Now they're starting to make money. Who's holding you back, Angel Reese? Like, really, stop it. And these are the commercials they're showing. And I think, like, from my mind, a traditional NBA guy, middle-aged guy, if I'm flipping back and forth between a channel and every single time I go to the game, it's a commercial, I'm gonna eventually give up and stay on SNL. And the commercials don't even appeal to me. I mean, it's bad, bro. It's bad. I should shut up. This is your show.
Well, I'll say this. I thought the WNBA did themselves a disservice by not having their players or a player involved in the skills challenge
Yep.
and in the three-point shooting contest. And you know what? Yeah, that league is trying to set itself apart and have its own thing, but you got to remember how you got there.
And they
You
got to
got
stop
there
being so
because of
angry.
David Stern wanting this to be something special, the WNBA, and moving it forward. And I
And
thought
Coop,
that was wrong. League is like, oh, that doesn't do anything for our brand. Well, it helps your brand. I think it helps your brand. But
I
again,
mean, my whole thing is I was like gung ho on the WNBA last year, and I watched a lot of it, but I just am tired of the anger. I don't think people want to be. They don't want everybody
anger
angry
from
all
some
the
people
time.
that can't dunk the ball, like what only a 2% of the league can do.
Well, I wasn't going there, but being you went there, what are your thoughts on Angel Reese? She's terrible. She shouldn't play basketball.
I like her. And I
Oh,
think women do a great job of playing the game below the rim. They use all the fundamental aspects that you're talking about. I just don't want them to get ahead of themselves, some of the players, because the league has been there, a lot of people, Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops, Cynthia, Tina Thompson, Cynthia Cooper, Rebecca Lobo. Them players have set a great foundation for these young ladies. I just hope that they don't blow it. But you got Caitlin Clark. I think when you see this girl Juju Watson come in, and when
Juju.
she gets there, you're gonna see a different brand of basketball. So the WNBA is here to stay, but
I
they,
agree.
they they have to be careful on how they're marketing things, and that anger thing,
Is part of it.
that
The
that that
NBA is learning that because I think we're seeing now the results of, and everybody was mad around COVID. I get it, but that 5 years of hell, you
yeah.
saw NBA players really pissed off, just at the world. And I think now they're starting to have fun playing basketball again, hopefully, and we'll see a turn because you got to have fun. That's why the fans tune in. But
Yeah.
I'm going to ask you, like, Angel Reese, dude, is she like, she insults the memory of Moses Malone with all the intentional misses she has around the rim. There's no way a human, even me, a fat Italian guy at 5'7", can miss that many shots around the rim and get my own rebound and put it back. I mean, she's catching air balls and they're not calling travels. Are you shocked I've been watching NBA, WNBA? I've been watching
No, I'm glad that you do watch
I
it, but
do
I
watch
think
it
that you have to kind of like watch it with
with
a, a
open-mindedness.
little bit of sympathy too, Nick, because again, these ladies, that's tough for them. You couldn't make a layup if people are swiping at you and trying to block your shot.
I
and
think
she
I
would
could.
score on you with ease.
I think I would beat her.
I don't think so.
I don't
think
need.
Nick, remember, the game is played. You got to go up and down. That young lady get up and down the floor.
I'd never beat that 20-year-old girl. I mean, she kicked my ass.
Yeah. So
But
quit hammering her, man, and love and appreciate the game. Yeah, she might miss a lot of layups. And again, remember, uh, why should most women have small hands, so the ball's a little
yeah,
bit bigger. But it's a lot of
like
factors with
Jalen.
that. But she's still a hell of a player in the league. League's only gonna get better. I can't wait to see the WNBA's All-Star game, see how they kind of like what they do to kind of establish that. And again, I just really think that hurt them not being part
I agree.
of the skills challenge for sure and the 3-point contest. I
And you
think that was
saw
very
what it
important
did last year having them involved. Was it last year or the year before?
last year.
It was Caitlin, wasn't it? It really,
Yep, no, it
really
was
was it?
Asconi,
Yeah.
Asconi,
But I'll
girl from
tell
New
you,
York.
it really, really raised attention for the WNBA, and
Yeah,
more and more NBA fans are departing for the WNBA due to the lack of fundamentals in the NBA. But man, I sound like a cranky old white guy, but I can't think of anything I liked about last night's game. Not anything, Coop. Not one
yeah.
thing.
Well,
And that's sad because you're an NBA guy. So but I'm the guy who buys tickets. And I went on Game Time, one of our sponsors, use the code CLNS. I really did go on right before tip-off, Coop. Balcony seats, nosebleeds were $1,000 a ticket.
that's where the game is going, Nick. I mean, that's how it's
Coop, it was
evolving.
the arena was empty.
I thought it was full. The
Oh,
arena
Coop,
last night, I thought
you
toward the
look at the
end they left,
attendance.
but the arena was packed to me to start
Look
it.
at the attendance. It was probably, I would say, 20% open. I mean, I had reporters there who are taking pictures, sending it to me, going, "This is it." The reporters are incensed about this.
You're just a flat out hater. Nick, talk about our other sponsor, Prize Pick.
Prize Picks, pick more, pick less is fantasy football. You can invest $5 and we'll give you 50 back. Go to prizepicks.com, use the code CLNS, and
I
get
like
your
that word, invest. Yeah.
invest $5, baby. Hey, listen, I invested a lot of time in that game last night. I'm going to get crushed in the comments today because this is your show and I dominated it. But Coop, I just want it to be good again, man. I just want it to be
I
good.
think we're getting there, Nick. I think we're getting there. And yeah, you are a straight out hater. And I hope a lot of people hate on you too, because
They're
that's
gonna.
always good for ratings.
Oh,
Again, that means that they're listening and watching, and people have objections. But we're going to a new format pretty soon, Nick, where we're
yeah,
going to be
baby.
able to engage our listeners. So
This
it's
is
about to get
exciting.
real good here. And there you have it. Another episode. Well,
Nick's
I'll
Bitch
say
Fest.
next episode of Showtime with Coop, hammering the NBA. But you know what? He has that right because he's a consumer. He watches and he makes what the NBA used to be in the 80s. Fantastic.
America's game, baby.
There you go.
Fantastic. That was
There
good,
it is. Have a great day, Nick. Talk to y'all
Later,
soon.
Coopy. Have fun at the parade.
Okay.
See you, Coopy. Bye-bye.